Hills Hotel of In Concert with Michael Cohen.
Thank you, Mark. And once again, we have the other side of the grandparents. We have Grandma Carolyn. This is Bonnie's mother, Michael's grandmother. How do you feel tonight?
Fine.
Are you proud of your grandson?
Sure am, and he did a beautiful job today.
Did your heart have little pitter-patters when you saw him up there?
I did. Because his grandfather isn't here.
Well, Michael said that he was here. He felt that he was here, and that was a special thing. Do you have any special feelings that you'd like to share with Michael tonight?
I have wonderful children and grandchildren, and I'm trying to make the most wonderful night for me and my children.
And you're the special grandma that always comes and takes care of Michael when Bonnie and Al go out of town.
I take care of Michael and Cheryl, and they want me.
Well, that's really special. You must be a wonderful lady. Well, you have beautiful children and beautiful grandchildren, and we want you to have a wonderful time tonight, and thank you for sharing your special memories with us. Thank you. That was Carolyn, grandma of Michael. Back to you, Mark.
Right, Sandy, thank you very much. I'm back. I'm talking to Barbara Cohen, and you undoubtedly must be Alan's sister.
Right.
And are you a local here, or are you from out of town?
We're from out of town, from Detroit, Michigan.
That's, I take it, Alan, and your brother's hometown, is that right?
Right, yes. The industrial city.
And how long have you been here?
Well, it's just been about a week. But I've got my toothbrush and my clothes, and I'm all set to stay.
At the drop of a hat, the slightest invitation will stay.
That's right.
Barbara, what kind of feelings went through your mind today as you saw your nephew up there?
Quite a bit of pride. Just adulation for what he's accomplished. And just an all-around beautiful feeling for him. Now that he's out of that boyish atmosphere, he can't get away with anything now.
Living out of town, you don't see Michael on a regular basis.
No.
When was the last time you saw him?
It was last year, Christmas time.
So fairly recently.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen any change in him between now and then?
Quite a bit of maturity. Feature-wise, he was always a quiet guy. Very good disposition. And he has matured tremendously. And today proves it, too.
So you feel probably his next, say, 5 or 6 years from now until 18, 19, he'll handle with the same maturity he's shown in the last couple of years?
I'm sure he will, because his parents have taught him the right ways, and I can see it in him. So I'm proud of him, and I know he's going to do just as good as his father has done.
A nice thought. Now, you have children. You told me earlier they've disowned you for the evening.
They certainly did.
What ages are they?
Jason is 8, and Scott's 4.
So you got a little ways to go before you have either one of them in a bar mitzvah situation.
Oh, yes, yeah, but next year is the start for my son Jason.
So they're both going to go through it.
They certainly are.
So then all of this family will have to go back to Detroit
That's
for
right.
that.
They stuck us. We're going to stick them.
There you go. Turnabout is fair play. Any particular message you'd like to pass on while we're here?
Just that I wish my brother and sister-in-law as much happiness as they have had tonight, and that between Cheryl and Michael both, that there should be nothing but a happiness and health for everyone in the family.
A beautiful thought. Barbara, thank you very much for taking the time. We appreciated talking to you. Barbara Cohen and Sandy Shapiro's got some real nice people she's talking to. Let's go to her. Sandy?
We're rolling. Thank you, Mark. And I am in the middle of Michael and his harem. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves one at a time. Right here we have
Joanna.
And we have down here
Cheryl.
and
really has not been counted yet, and there are other numbers like that. People still in the water that have been tied to street signs. That plastic bag, it looked like garbage had been there for the week that we've driven by it. And yesterday, the heat had split the bag open, revealing the gruesome scene. So the New York Fire Department came by, identified it. We're going to check this morning to see if he, the man who was in that bag, has been removed. But it's one of the gruesome scenes we're seeing around here, John.
All right, Adam Housley. But I guess they don't have, I mean, the 10,000 figure that Mayor Nagin tossed out there, some people have said that looks now like it's going to be way over the top. The toll probably won't be that bad.
People are hopeful that's the case. Of course, there's 25,000 body bags on standby in Baton Rouge, which FEMA has told us is way more than they need, but they did that just to be safe. A lot of the rescuers around here...
embarrass Michael a little bit.
I know, give us a while.
No, this is like no while. It's on the spot now.
I know. I know, Mike's a Val.
Mike's a Val. Now, how did you find this out that he was a Val?
He's a Val.
Does he?
I thought I didn't give it away. Like,
Oh my God, for sure. Does Mike shop the Galleria?
Oh, one thing we all hate is he's always at the arcade, no matter what.
You mean Mike's into Pac-Man and?
Donkey Kong Jr. is his favorite. Zaxxon or something like that. No, is it Tron? Tron.
okay, that's enough arcade talk.
Tron. He likes Tron. Let's see. Does he have any little things that, little idiosyncrasies that you guys noticed about him that maybe he didn't know himself?
Oh, what? There's so
Get me out of here.
No, I think you have to stay.
I know. He looks like a lawyer in his glasses, doesn't he?
And Mike,
My glasses, didn't you?
Mike plays the clarinet, right? Have you guys heard him play the clarinet?
Over the phone, he says the trumpet.
He plays the trumpet over the phone. Is that supposed to make you guys excited?
Oh, yeah! Oh, boy, musical.
Well, no. Let's get down to the level. Now, you really think he's a nice guy?
Yeah.
That's kind of a special friend. Do you guys have anything you want to pass on to him? Any special?
We're really glad we met him and became good friends with him.
You have anything to say, Joanne?
No.
Nothing too much to say. And what about you? You're Julie, right?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say, Mike?
He's one of my best friends.
That's nice. That's nice. You guys plan on staying friends for a long time? Oh, that's nice. Well, I think that about wraps it up here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Valley girls and 1 Valley dude. So, and Mark, I'm going to get you for this.
Good, now look at me. Look at me. Great, good. Okay, now watch. Everybody look at this like this. Put out one finger. Just go right in the back and go a little strong.
Is that me?
Everybody right now. And just like this. Put it like this, like you're eating it. Okay, look. Here we go. Good. Good, ready? Eat with you. Down. One more. Okay, great. Okay. You want to keep going?
We want to do a little happy birthday. Not a big piece.
Are you getting this?
What we want to do is a little happy birthday
Can
to
we
you.
sing happy birthday?
And this is for Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. Oh, no, wait. Oh, look at him. Wait a minute. Up your nose.
Forget that.
Come here, wait.
I need another napkin.
All right, we're back live again, talking with Bonnie and Alan Cohen, of course, Michael's parents. And hello again. Nice to be chatting with you. How you doing?
Terrific. Still terrific.
It's a fun night. It really is.
Sure got through some serious twisting out there, I noticed.
Oh, God.
I still think you guys did better than the kids, but they had a little edge there, right?
Not bad.
Not bad, but listen, they won. They were better.
They had a few years on us.
A little more energy, maybe, but you guys have been going strong all night here.
It's been fun, I'll tell you. You know, at my bar mitzvah, it kind of like was a daze. I know I was there, and I'm not working here. I mean, this is fun for me, and it's enjoyable. Bonnie worked very hard. She put it all together, did a super job. And Michael, God, I love him.
He did exceptionally well. We're so proud of
I'm just
him.
really, really proud of him. He's a good kid. And I think that, you know, if there's anything that I can say, it's just that all of our friends, if they say anything about Michael, he's such a mensch. He's such a nice kid. And what's really nice about it is that we're friends on top of everything else. And I know he's...
And we're friends, too.
Yes.
We're best friends.
That's super, because you see so much today. Of course, parents love their children, but a lot of times they don't like them, and vice versa. And I
We
think
love
that's
ours
very,
and we
very
like
important.
them.
It's very nice to have that
We're
friendship.
really doubly blessed. We really have terrific children.
That's super.
They're not saints, you know.
But who is, right? But hey, that's all right. Think back a minute. You mentioned your bar mitzvah. How much of that went through your mind today, standing up there on the bima with your son when he's going through the same thing? What kind of feelings went through your mind?
Well, you know, it so happens I wore my tallis that I was bar mitzvahed in, and I had my prayer book, and I know I put in the time, but I don't think I put in the time that Michael really did. He decided that that's something he was going to do, and if he was going to do it, he was going to do it right. And, you know, I thought about what I went through, and I thought about how I was scared, and, you know, as I said earlier...
Michael was frightened at all.
You know, that was the interesting, that's what I was going to say, is that I know I was there, but it was like numb, and Michael seemed to be in control. And I was really proud of him. He did a super job.
Interesting thing that you said he was in control. Is that the way he goes through most of his life? Is he really in control of himself?
No, not really. On the things that he's really concerned about, he seems to be.
Somehow he gets everything done. When he has a test, he does well. He does well in school. It's that we don't think he's...
Let me give you a prime example of Michael 5 years ago, okay? The opposite of what Michael is today, and when he's not in control. Michael was eating a candy bar. Saw him pick the candy bar up, peel the wrapper, take the wrapper, throw it over his shoulder. On the floor. Said, Michael, yeah? The wrapper. We don't throw it on the floor. Pick it up.
He goes, what wrapper?
What wrapper? It's the wrapper on the floor. Looks at it, goes, it's not mine. Got the candy bar in his hand, right? So he was oblivious to it, you know, and it's not important to him. There are things today that are not important to him. You know, he'll put his shoes and socks on in the car. No, it's not important. What's the difference whether he does it in the house or in the car?
But everything he lands up doing, he does well.
When he decides he's going to do something,
he's a good student.
Well.
He does everything. He does a little bit of everything.
He's not a bragger. To him, it's, you know, I do it.
It's like we kept saying, Michael, if you want to play your clarinet tonight, you might as well practice if you're going to do right. It's okay, Mom, I know how to do it. He's gotten straight A's in music. He says, I'm fine. I'm in band. I've always gotten A's. I'll be okay. We were worried. He got up there. He was fine.
Did beautifully, like he did it every night.
I think we worry about everything. He's just not a worrier.
It's a normal parental reaction, I think. Next 5 years are very tough between now and 18. How much difference does this event today, do you think, make in the life of a young Jewish man? You went through it. How could you see that change, especially those next 5 years for you, and what will it do for him?
You know, that's an interesting question, because I don't think it's tonight that has anything to do with the next 5 years. It's the 4 years that Michael put in leading up to tonight that has a bearing on the next 5 years. It's the commitment, it's the dedication, and it's the giving up of the things that he had to give up in order to make tonight and make today happen. And that builds character. And that's something that I've always been concerned about with Michael. I push him in certain directions, as I'm sure all parents do. My wife's laughing. She knows it's Michael, it's Saturday morning, come on and play tennis with me. Michael, you have a lesson. He's become a super tennis player, but it's not important to him like it was important for me to have him play. But his bar mitzvah was important. And he put in the time, he put in the effort, and you can't tell from me. I don't know whether he made one mistake or 20 mistakes. The rabbi said he did it perfect. Not one mistake, except where it was a false start. They pointed him to the wrong...
What he did is Michael did not memorize it like most kids memorize it. Michael can read Hebrew. Michael can speak what he's reading. He knows what he's reading. And it's just like him reading English. So where a lot of kids will memorize it because they can't read it, he did not. And he pointed to the wrong part, and he just started to read it wrong. And it wasn't that he was reading wrong, he was just reading the wrong part. And he really does read Hebrew beautifully.
As a matter of fact, he said, I'm so glad I did it. It broke the ice. It took all the tension off. Kind of laughed at himself a little bit and went on and did it perfect.
But he's always been a super considerate, really generous child, and he's always been a delight. So one thing, no matter who's Michael is with or where he goes, or if he's their friends or relatives, they always come back and say Michael is a super kid.
But your question really was tonight. Tonight is the reward for the 4 years of the effort. Hopefully, the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years is the reward for the character that he's built in the last 4 years. And that's what he's shown so far. God only knows. I hope it continues. He seems to be building that kind of character.
Well, we certainly hope so, and I think that, I'm sure you hope also that he would, when he goes on and has children, to pass on these values to them also, and hope to continue that tradition.
Of course.
I wish you guys would just speak a little more about your son. I mean, you won't hardly say anything about it. Well, he's okay, kid.
We're not proud about it.
Well, no, not at all, not at all. You have a daughter.
Yes.
And now, did she have a bat mitzvah or no?
She went to Hebrew school for 2 years, and she decided it was not for her. It was her decision, and we said, if you want to quit, that's up to you.
We left it up to both of them. She's a super young lady. She's
wonderful.
14, going on 22. And hopefully, the direction we see her going in is great. She's got nice friends. We know the friends that get in trouble. We know the friends that stay out of trouble. She seems to be staying with the friends that are out of trouble. She's picked up certain values that we like. And the one good thing about it is she talks to us, and especially with Bonnie.
That's very important today.
If they can talk to you, then you know where their head's at.
70% of the battle, at least, right there.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, I have to say something profound here. I mean,
Yes.
Any particular message? I know you've probably said all kinds of terrific things to Michael today and recently, but is there any one particular thing you'd like to have us record here tonight that you can save for your future reference to this particular tape?
Just that we love Michael so much, and we just wish him all the best in life, and that we know anything he really wants to do, if he puts his mind to it, he can do it, and then he'll do well in life because he wants to, because it's his choice.
Of course, Michael knows we love him. When we're driving in the car together, I think I'm talking to him. I think he sees it as, here comes Dad with another lecture. And, he always tries. And I guess the only thing I could say to him is to remember that, to be successful in anything, it doesn't take 100% effort. It only takes another 5%. 5% more effort. in anything you want to do. And all you have to do is make up your mind that you want to do it, and you can achieve it. And so far, that's what he's done. I hope he continues, and he'll have a wonderful life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing it with us and taking the time.
One thing before you leave. Thank you for making tonight happen.
Thank you for paying for it.
And thank you for having us here. We've certainly enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. Alan and Bonnie Cohen. We'll be back with more from the Beverly Hills Hotel right after this.
Live, and we have Michael and his best buddies with us. And I'm going to have each and every one of them introduce themselves. Okay, what's your name?
Brad.
And your name?
Josh.
And your name?
Charles. Jeff.
And you look really familiar. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike, yeah. Mike's got lipstick all over his face. So, this is Michael's best buddies. And do you guys have any anecdotes or stories that you want to kind of let the world know about Mike? Well, you're his best friend and his cousin. You must know something.
He's really depressed because he just broke up with his girlfriend. That's all I know.
Wait a minute.
Wait, now who knows about this? Oh, okay. Do you
I don't want to tell about it, though.
That's a true friend. You're not going to tell. Okay. Do you know anything about it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Do you know if Michael has somebody else he has in mind?
Yeah, I do.
Or you do?
No one.
So, she's here tonight, but you're not going to tell.
Would it be Jennifer Kaplan?
No, I don't.
Well, okay, we're not going to use any names. Now, do you guys, do you guys get together and play sports and
Galleria.
do you go to the Galleria?
Yeah, we'll go to
And what do you do when you go to Galleria?
Just hang around the Sega Center and meet girls and stuff.
Yeah, meet girls, movies.
Do we call this scoping chicks? Is this what it's called?
Yeah, right.
Cruising chicks.
Cruising chicks. I think I'm getting a little old. I don't know the terminology anymore. And how do you, now I want someone to explain to me how you cruise for chicks.
Just hang around. They come after us.
And Sega Center, what's that?
Okay.
Nice and gently. Then you put your hands. And then you put a Sega token in it for them, and then they start playing games.
Oh, so you pay for their games and
Holy brown. Yeah, let's hear what you have to say, Jeff. What do I have to say about
well, how do you scope for chicks or cruise for chicks?
Okay, I'll tell you about a recent incident that happened to me and Josh.
Oh, God.
We were just walking around the Galleria, and about 9 girls from up, this is true story now.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Isn't it? 9 girls came and they said, hey, you guys, wait a second, don't move it in. We're going, what do we do, you know? They came down, they started talking to us and following us around and everything. So we got their number and,
Wait, you have to know that I talked to those girls before and I told them they were really depressed and they need someone to talk to.
You, Laura, you don't even know who she is.
So this is what you do at the Galleria, you just hang around. Let me ask you guys, how do you get to the Galleria?
Bus,
Car, transportation.
Does this mean Mom drives into the Galleria?
Yeah.
And then they pick you up at a certain...
Yeah.
Get rid of Mom and go, I really must be hanging out at the wrong place.
Right.
So this is what, like, you spend your summer vacations, at the Galleria?
Yeah. Go to movies a lot.
Beach.
Oh, you go to the beach a lot. Well, I would imagine that the beach would be a good place to cruise for chicks. Do you guys have any luck there?
They're all dandy there.
They barely have anything on, so there's, nothing. It's all right out there, right? Well, do you guys...
They get tumbled by a wave and then their top falls down.
So the top falls down and then you guys go out and rescue them and I get it. I got the picture.
When you're in the water, your hands like slippery,
Uh-huh. Gee, I am really getting old. So do you guys, listen now, let's get down to the level. You guys are Michael's closest friends, and do you have any words that you want to tell him, any special thoughts or, like how it feels to be his friend?
He made it this far. So.
Well, that's really nice, and I haven't had an opportunity to be around this many good-looking men in a long time, so it's been really a lot of fun. Let's do it again real soon, guys. So this is Mike and all his friends, and this is Sandy Robin reporting live at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
One. Another really terrific evening is coming to a close here in Beverly Hills, and I don't know, quite frankly, when I've enjoyed an event as much as this. There is a lot of love and a lot of warmth here. You can really tell that Alan and Bonnie think very highly of their children.
Oh, yes.
As they have said many, many times tonight, and that's very, very nice. The times that we live in right now are troubled. The family unit, I think, sometimes is in jeopardy, and it's nice to see a family like this that is so close and that really does like each other.
Yes, it gives you a special feeling. The whole night has had a real special glow about it. It's been a pleasure to be here.
You had a chance to talk to the grandparents, and you spanned the generations. You talked to the grandparents and you talked to the kids.
The grandparents were wonderful, and the kids just put me away. I had more fun with Michael and his little boyfriends than I can remember in a long time. They were really special kids, really nice kids, and that's nice. It's hard to find kids like that nowadays.
Especially that many in one particular group.
Yes.
Well, we think that Michael and his sister Cheryl are probably on the right track, and with the parents like Bonnie and Alan to guide them, I'm sure they'll do just fine in the coming years.
Oh, I think they'll do extremely well.
Listen, thank you very much for helping us out here. Sandy Robin, I kind of used the wrong name earlier, and I just want to clear that up. So
that's okay. It's my stage name.
Yes, your stage name. I used your married name, and
that's my single name.
Your single name. That's right. But no, really, thank you for your efforts as a trooper here, and thanks to everybody behind the camera. We've really appreciated all of your help tonight. So for Sandy and myself, for Keepsake Video, I'm Mark Kennedy from Beverly Hills. Thank you, and good night.
Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Like the light of a new day, it hit me from out of the blue, breaking me out of the spell I was in, making all of my wishes come true. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. This is too can't leave, falling for you.
Wait, didn't I tell you to wait in the car? No? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to augment the band with a clarinet player. Is there a clarinet player? Oh, here's a clarinet player. What do you know? Come over here. All right. Hey, kid, I know that you're used to all that funk stuff and pop rock and all the Stray Cats, but all right, we're just going to play, all the band knows, they just know Mac tonight, so just help them out, do your best. All right, Tommy, he'll help you, maybe your band will sound a little better now. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please be seated and watch the debut of Mr. Michael Cohen conducting the Tommy Vig Orchestra. Hey, kids, all over here. Put your hands together. Why don't you get your partner and dance to this? Joe Cohen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a song and dance team. We got Joe and his lovely partner. All right, and Alan, here we go now. Let's see if you can dance to this music. All right, we have a Cohen family party. Such a fancy dancer. After a fabulous dinner and a beautiful performance by your son, and we're talking to, of course, Alan and Bonnie Cohen. How are you?
Good. Terrific.
Having a good time?
The best.
How proud are you?
We are so proud. We're floating. We're on cloud 9.
The culmination tonight, I'm sure, of an awful lot of time spent by the two of you in preparation. How long?
At least one of us.
At least one of us. Okay.
Let me tell you, that's true. She really did it all.
And he paid for it all.
Well, that's sharing the burden, I guess.
I said it.
Well, we got the date about 2.5 years ago. And then we kept saying, well, it's 2 years away, it's 1.5 years away, it's 6 months away. And last week we started shaking.
Sure. No, she was shaking for both of us. And for Michael. I'm sorry.
No,
you wanted to say something.
No, it's all right. 2.5 years, and how much stuff got left to last week?
Not too much.
No.
Everything was done.
Pretty well organized and on
Everything.
time.
As a matter of fact, I had to go out of town. I had to go to Washington, D.C. And she said, how can you go to Washington at a time like this? And I said, hey, if it's not done now, forget it.
That's true.
And she really had it all done. She did a super
Till
job.
tonight, Michael wasn't sure if he was going to play or not. That's what was left to the last minute of
Okay.
his practice.
Well, that's right, and he did super. How long has he been playing the clarinet?
About a week and a half.
Well, then that's really terrific.
He started off playing, what did he start playing? He started off playing the trumpet. Then he went into junior band last year. That's why he's with the trumpet.
Okay.
So he's been playing the trumpet and the clarinet. And you know how they say, you know, you do one thing well, you do a little bit of each thing. He does a little bit of each.
Does he want to be a musician, or is it pretty much a hobby with him?
We're not sure yet. We're going to let him do what he wants. He's in junior. He got into the band, then he got into junior band.
No, he's in senior band.
He's in. Well, he got into. Okay.
You sure he's your son? No.
He started in beginning ones, then he got into junior band, then he got into band. He's been playing a little over a year.
Mom always knows, right?
Right.
He's also in dramatic arts?
Yes.
Right? Is he...
I'm not going to say anything.
Not going to say anything. Is he inclined towards that, to be an actor, do you think? Or is that, again, that's just something that is a hobby?
You'd say everything positive,
it's a dream,
right?
no?
Everything positive. He's fantastic. He was in a play this summer.
Yeah.
He did super. They had it at a playhouse.
He had 2 lines. He was great. No, he was good.
Just your basic walk-on.
That was it. Back the tape about 15 feet. Let's start over.
No,
Like I said, he was in a play this summer.
And was great.
Did fantastic.
Terrific.
Did
Oscar
fantastic.
nominating
He went to the Performing Arts Theater Camp of the Performing Arts. They put on, they did singing, dancing, and they performed a play at the Santa Monica Playhouse, and they did super.
He
tried and he worked hard, and that's what's great. He worked at it, and he liked it, and he enjoyed it, and he did well. There's no small
That says
parts,
it all,
there's only
right?
small
That's
actors.
terrific. Hey, I wonder if he's very good.
He also is a great tennis player. Tell him
Is
about
there
that.
anything he doesn't do?
Yes.
Clean his room.
Brush his hair, take the garbage out, take the bath.
Minor little things,
He's
right?
a great kid.
He does the big things. Here's a segue. Speaking of working hard, you like that? How long has he worked for this night, for this morning?
4 years. He's been going to Hebrew school and religious school at least twice a week for 4 years. Now he's enrolled in Hebrew High, and he's going there 5 hours a week, 2.5 hours, 2 times a week. And he's really, I hope, committed.
That was my next question. How much have you had to push him for this?
For this, we didn't
Or
have
at
to
all?
push at all.
Not at all.
For
Not a
Hebrew
bit.
High, we're pushing.
You are.
See, when I went to Cater, okay, they didn't have to push. The arm was here, and it was like this. No, Michael.
Thank you.